Hello, everyone. I'm Nancy Newman, and welcome to the Infinity Nets pregame show on Yes. Tonight, the Nets are back at the Meadowlands for the first time in almost 2 weeks, and they'll be taking on a Detroit Pistons club that has beaten them twice this season.
Down the stretch at 5.9 seconds left. What's going through your mind when you get that ball in your hands in the backcourt?
First off, once he missed the first free throw, Jay and I had a little conversation what we were going to do. He said go for two, so I said okay. But when I saw the free throw go in, I said for all the stuff that's happened to us, the basketball guys has to shine on us, and I was going for three. Why not?
So you're trying to tell me that all that went on in that short period of time, and you disagreed with Jason, huh?
Yeah, I did. The wheels get turning in my head sometimes, and you know, I was just going with the gut feeling, and I just wanted to give myself a clear lane and just take a good shot and shoot it like I've shot it before.
That was a great.
The way they rebounded against Denver and then obviously against Utah with Vince's shot, I mean, was a spectacular way to finish it. But I'd be a little careful if I were the Nets coming into this game, even though it's on their home court.
Let's talk a little bit more about Vince's play on that road trip. He struggled early, took personal responsibility for a couple of those losses, but came back big time in 16 fourth-quarter points versus Utah. Quite a ride for him.
It was, and I think the key difference for Vince Carter is, and watching him play, when he gets to the free throw line, and by getting to the free throw line, he's attacking more with the basketball and going towards the defenders and really driving it to the lane. I think that's really one of the differentials for him and the team, is that if he can get to the free throw line and get to the line, because he's a good free throw shooter, he's going to make those, but he's obviously picking up fouls, getting the other team over the limit. So there are a lot of little factors that add up to Vince getting to the line. But I think it just sets a tone for the team that if the leading guy who's your leading scorer is doing it the hard way and getting to the line, I think there's a little bit of a carryover and a flow that the Nets really like from that perspective.
And talking about the play of Vince Carter, it seems as though there's a direct correlation between how he's playing and the win-loss record for you guys. How important and how vital is it to the team that he comes out and does what he did?
Well, Vince is one of the rare players and few players in this league that can single-handedly change a game. Yet, with that being said, we can't rely on Vince to do that every single night. And that's been one of the positives of the trip, in that we had great bench production. And it's important for everyone to kind of do their part. When things go well, that's what happens. You see guys producing off the bench. It's a little bit less stressful for Vince, because now they have to respect other guys on the floor. Because I don't care how good you are, if they don't guard the other 3 or 4 guys, that puts a lot of duress. But everyone's doing their part, and that's part of the reason why we've been playing pretty decent basketball.
Carter, played by Hawkring. There's Carter for downtown for the win. Yes! Score! It's all over. Nets win it by 1. Vince Carter at the buzzer from downtown. They mob Carter at midcourt. A net team that had been snake bit with 3 straight 1-point losses to start the trip. They win it in the final game of the road trip. Wow!
I said for all the stuff that's happened to us, the basketball guys has to shine on us, and I was going for 3.
Here on the East Coast, when it's wintertime, it's all about layers. That young man is ready to go. The Nets back home after a 5-game Western swing, and they take on the Detroit Pistons tonight. We've got it for you here on Yet.
Well, Ian, it all starts, the anatomy, at the 11-second mark, and what the Nets need is to get Vince Carter the basketball. You'll notice they're down 3 points right now with 11 seconds left. So what you want to do, and you see Vince at the top there, you want to just drive, go down the middle of the floor, get an easy 2, play the percentages, and hope the percentages, and make Utah shoot the free throws, and hopefully you get a miss. Darren Williams comes down the other end, and what do they get? The percentages now bounce in their favor. 5.9 seconds left. Let's take a look at Vince Carter in the backcourt. Notice right now, most guys at this situation are racing the ball to half court to go for 2 or get a quick shot. Vince does not. Look at Mikey Moore now. He sets a perfect screen, and what does Vince Carter do from 32 feet? He drains it, and watch it again. It's in rhythm. He's got great lift. It's a pure jump shot. It's not a push. It's not a heave. It's a jumper from 32 feet away.
Strained right calf injury that cost him 7 games. We are set for the Nets. And Nets have won 5 in a row here at home, 9 of their last 12 at the Meadowlands. Carter off the stutter step. Mikey Moore again.
Same spot up there. Vince Carter using that
2 points. This is not how the Pistons won a championship a few years ago. Moore on a roll and a slam. Mikey Moore is going off.
Good steal by Prince.
Here's Carter, 9 to shoot. Vince gives it up. Moore inside, and he fills it up.
Do you think
Moore gives it up. Vince Carter, who has not scored yet, but Kidd has. Another 3 for Jason Kidd. 3 of his misses, though, have benefited Mikey Moore.
Yeah, they sure have in terms of, but you know what, Vince Carter going to the lane, and that one wasn't a bad drive. This one, okay, not a good finish for Vince Carter because he can finish stronger. That one, he didn't get the legs underneath him just then. So you're right, Ian. Mikey Moore has gotten the follow-ups, but Vince Carter struggling to get, I think, his legs underneath him, quite candidly.
As a last-second buzzer beater. The other night, this was legitimate. No time left. Carter with the win. Well, our producer, Frank DeGrace, he spent the entire, he stepped on the play-by-play, so we can't share that with you.
All right, we're really going back, huh?
Oh, pick back in 1993. Here's Carter. There it is. His first field goal, and he rocks the rim. The floater. Taps it to himself. Stays with the play, hanging, and hits.
A little better energy that trip for Vince.
Goals, normally a much higher percentage for the Nets. Splitting defenders. Carter goes in, left-handed flip.
Well, he's making it happen.
Here's Moore, kick out. Carter for 2, and a foul.
That's pretty much where Vince has been getting his mileage. He's been struggling all night, but finds a way to slip through the middle here. Watch him create this opportunity through the traffic and get pushed and finally
see that the Nets were playing hard and we're not back. All right, thanks very much. The final 113-89, the Pistons in a rout. Coming up next, it's the Nissan postgame. Nets basketball on Yes is produced by Frank DeGrace, directed by John Wilson. Tonight's pregame and halftime produced by Bill Boland. The supervising producer is Woody Fryman, and the executive producer is John Filippelli. Join us again on Friday when the Nets visit the Orlando Magic. Game time, 8 p.m. Our coverage begins at 7:30. And for more on the Yes Network, log on to YesNetwork.com. For Jim Spinarkle and our entire crew, this is Ian Eagle. Some final thoughts coming up in just a moment. Nancy Newman in the postgame is next.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. This Week in Football is next, and enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody.